No freaking way. Ugh. They're everywhere.
I'm okay.
And these were all housed in the same mini greenhouse together.
Means this is infected. And probably everything inside here is probably infected.
And because I like to torture myself, I have to use my digital microscope to examine this more carefully.
With the flashlight, you can actually see it so much clearer. Ugh.
Look at them, they're just dancing around like fairies. And shockingly, I didn't see any on any of the other surrounding plants, which is really strange. But in any case, I'm not taking any chances, so I'm going to spray everything down completely with my herbal pesticide, spraying the undersides and the soil, because you never know. And I am actually grateful everything was at least contained within this greenhouse, so hopefully it didn't spread to the rest of my collection.
Ugh, running out.
And I am curious to see how everything looks after I sprayed it down. No movement. Except it's like almost 1 a.m. now.
I have not looked at this plant in 2 days. And I did stick it inside the greenhouse for high humidity because it is an alocasia. I'm scared to look. It's sad, but this newest leaf looks really wilted. And this one is definitely a goner. Time to bust out the scope. I can still see like very fine webbing in between the leaves. I don't see anything moving with my eyes. They're still there. This is why it's so important when you're treating for pests that it's not just a one and done deal, that you're continuously applying the treatment. Ugh. Into the bathroom you go. Is it just me, or does anybody else have a house where they don't have like stoppers for all their sinks? Like half my sinks don't have one. I don't know if that's gonna work. Plan B. I got a tray filled with water. It's kind of stretched to the max right now. Last time I treated for spider mites, I mixed in Castile soap with neem oil. I'm actually only going to use the soap this time. Neem oil works great, but it just coats the leaves and makes them very, very oily, and you have to continuously wash them off. So I'm just going to do the soap for now. I should have done this first before spraying, but it was just so late at night. I did not have the energy to do this. Actually, I'm just gonna cut this one off. Maybe this one. We'll see. I don't know why it's pink like that. Pretty little lady kimchi making gloves, because I'm not about to touch these bugs. One final rinse. Oh my gosh, soil. Spider mites can be so devastating. This was one of my prettiest alocasias. Now it's just a little sad. By the way, my ZZ plant flowered, which is pretty crazy. I've never seen that happen in an indoor one before. It ain't the prettiest flower, that's for sure, but it's pretty cool. It means that it's really happy in this environment. It's clearly happy to see me. Isn't it pretty though? Okay, back to this. I don't normally repot plants just because they have spider mites, but I actually was never in love with the soil that this came in. I am going to swap it all out with fresh soil in a new self-watering setup. Like the soil is just so spongy. I don't like it. Also, this pot always just seemed too big for the size of this plant. I don't know. We'll see once I get it out. Let's see what's in here. Maybe I'll find some corms. And as I suspected, this was way too much soil and way too big of a pot compared to the root system. This is actually not that many roots. And I can see that it was grown in a plug, a sponge plug in there. Let's see if there's any corms though. Didn't seem like it though. No grandbabies for me this time. And you can see that right there is the sponge plug. I'm gonna see if I can pick it off without damaging the roots too much. Man, I thought this was gonna take 5 minutes. The sponge plugs are a little bit controversial. They're sometimes called death plugs. They're used by nurseries to grow the plants initially, but sometimes people claim that it can suffocate the roots, and so people remove them when they find it. My hands are like sweating under this. I think I got almost all of it off. Yay! There we go. Let's pick out a pot now. I have plant stuff in every corner of the house. I want this one, and do I want pink? No, I want white. Okay, we'll have to go with pink then. Okay, so this is a 3D printed pot that was customized to perfectly fit the size of this clear planter. I'm gonna add in a wick so that it can be self-watering too. Root crack, used with every single repot I have.
And this cotton wick is going to be fed through the bottom into the drainage holes, and this will allow the wick to slowly soak up the water into the soil.
No, not the white carpet.
So the soil I'm swapping in is a super fluffy mix of cocoa coir, I don't know, tree fern fiber, and perlite.
Oh my god, I spilled it again.
And I do add a few things into my watering can. It's a nutrient mix and also has drops to prevent fungus gnats. Before I stick it back in here, I do need to sanitize and wipe everything down just to make sure there's no underlying eggs or spider mites just floating around in here. The humidity in here wasn't high enough because it's just in here by itself without any other plants, so I added a mini humidifier. And to prove that my life isn't consumed by plants, my daughter and I made some pizza for dinner for our family, then we went out for a little walk after dinner.
All right, let's see what's going on now. I don't see anything. It just doesn't look so great. Like the damage has already been done. Like I feel like I'm gonna lose that leaf. Maybe this one. It's just not as pretty as it used to be. But I got the new growth right there. Here we go again. On top of my kid's garage. I don't see any movement. Nothing. Yay! I literally spotted one hanging off the new growth. You see that? He's trying to kill my new leaf. So part of me just wants to behead this and start fresh, but I'm gonna spray it one more time with an herbal pesticide, but I need to make more.
Time will tell now.
Update, and I got some beneficial bugs, and it's my first time trying these, and I'm a little heebie-jeebied out. Let's see where we're at with this. Okay, I know it doesn't look too great, but the spider mites are gone, but I did lose a lot of leaves, clearly. I feel like I'm honestly gonna lose everything except for the new leaf, but the new leaf looks fantastic. This is still a win because it is completely spider mite free now. I am still gonna try these beneficial bugs to be on the 100% safe side. I do not want to deal with this again, and I don't want to risk introducing anything to the rest of my plants. So beneficial mites eat a variety of different pests on your plants, so you need to get different bugs depending on the type of infestation you have. I'm excited to try this, a little nervous though. Okay, I don't have time to be reading this manual. I just need to figure it out. But the general idea is there's different methods of application. Sometimes it comes in like a sachet that you hang, but active infestation, sometimes the application method is you just sprinkling the mites or the beneficial insects directly on, and that's what it looks like I have. And then let's see what I have here. So I have two different types of beneficial bugs that I can release. The first one is the special blend mite predator, and this will just require me just shaking it onto the plant directly. These green lacewing eggs, these are good for preventative measures because you just put it in like a box or it hangs on a card, and these are a lot. Oh, it's so gross. Ugh. These are eggs hanging on a card, and it says the larva consumes up to 60 aphids in a day. Gross! And it looks like these are a natural predator to aphids, caterpillars, whiteflies, mites, scale, thrips, a word I can't pronounce, mealybugs, and many other soft-bodied insects. Ew, so do these eggs like hatch? So it says to do this in the morning or in the evening away from sunlight. And it says to kind of like rotate the container to evenly distribute. I don't see any bugs, but I guess it's a good thing because I think I would freak out. Here we go. Knowing me, I'm gonna totally knock this everywhere. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna put it onto the spoon of the leaves. And then you know what? I'm just gonna leave it right here. And then I guess we'll see. I'm gonna just close this up, and then I'll give an update later once the bugs have released themselves. Okay, I don't see any movement, so I don't know if these beneficial bugs arrived like dead or not. So I think I'm just going to release these green lacewing eggs because the eggs hatched, and so they're moving around. It's kind of gross, and these are all supposed to kill spider mites too. Sorry my voice sounds like this, I'm like super sick right now. How do I release these without touching the bugs though? It's like my worst nightmare. Do I have to reach in there? Take this card. Oh my god, look how many bugs there are on this. Oh my god, it's on my finger. So I'm supposed to like hang it on a stem, that's what those holes are for, but I can't. So they're just gonna have to crawl out and get onto the plant. Oh my gosh, there's so many bugs on this card. I will keep you guys updated on what happens with this. Yee! All right, moment of truth. I'm actually curious what these like eggs look like up close too. Oh, gross. That is freaking disgusting. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh my gosh. It is just so freaking disgusting. And I'm doing a close-up of the leaf and I don't see any movement. I think the predatory bugs are alive either. Here's a friendly one crawling around. Oop, it went on the other side. There it is.
It's giant, huh?
It's giant. It's because I blew it up. Ugh, it feels like it's crawling on my hand. I have like deep regrets about looking at those eggs under a microscope. But good news, the only bugs that are on here are the good guys. Okay, this one can go. That one can go. And it's still well watered. I'm so happy and relieved that the saga of spider mites is over. I think what would have been cool is if I had two plants with spider mites, testing just the beneficial bugs on one and the herbal pesticide spray on the other. But I'm not gonna create this experiment because I don't want mites, period. And now I feel comfortable introducing the other plants back into this greenhouse and letting them all continue to live their life. Let me know what you think. Would you try the beneficial bugs, or would you just like to go with the natural organic pesticide route, or a combination of both? I've seen people just release beneficial bugs on a regular basis. I don't know if I can do that, especially when the bugs aren't contained like they are. Ah, there's one like outside the greenhouse. See, I don't know about having them just out in the wild and not contained like this, but I think it's a pretty effective solution. Till next time when I have bugs again. Here's what it looks like now. Ooh. And this is what I'm left with.
I smell it.
You smell it? Definitely a comeback story. But 5 minutes later, I discover spider mites in my entire Calathea collection.